Hello boys and girls, welcome to another week of online school. Before I start, I would like to share a Bible verse with you. For our light and momentarily troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17 and 18. Now, God said here that the Bible said that we are going to go through light and momentarily trouble. But the word momentarily is really important because it means it's only a moment. Even though it feels heavy right now, but compared to the rest of our life, these troubles is very short. Now, how about happiness? How about light? Light, I think in this Bible verse is referring to happiness, things that makes us happy. But he says that's also momentarily. Like, when we eat our ice cream, it feels good just that moment, but then afterwards we lose that feeling. But what God asks us to do is to focus on things that are unseen that can bring eternal life, such as love, such as knowing God. So I pray that this week that you will focus on those things. All right, let's take a look at what some of our friends did last week. Now we did the Easter egg project. Now some of you, not all of you had all the materials, but those that did and have turned in their work, great job. So here we have Isaac's Easter egg. Now he did 3, and I can see you completed the whole project because I can see that the eggs are shiny. I like the way you make the yellow ones, making it into like a little person or a little chick. Great job. Here we have Karen's. Now what I really liked about Karen's eggs are the fact that you put it on some green background like grass. It really brings out the eggs and really brings the feeling of Easter. So great job. I love the way you explore different backgrounds. Here we have another one with different background. Now here this time we have a pink and brown background. It's really beautifully matched with the eggs. Great job. Here I have this one. I really like this one because Cyril used 2 different techniques. He used the crayons as well as the elastic band technique. And the white tissue really does help bring out the details of the egg. So great job for those that have made the eggs. Maybe we will do it again next year in the classroom. So we are starting a new unit in art. And this will be our final unit before the end of the year. So we're going to do some abstract art. So what does it mean? But let me introduce you to an artist. His name is Paul Klee. Now, he was born in Switzerland in 1879, and both his parents were musicians. He didn't start out as an artist. He was very talented at the violin, but during his teen years, he decided that he would like to explore the area of visual arts. He wanted to paint. He wanted to be an artist in other ways. So he went to an art school in 1898 and decided that he's going to learn to be an artist. However, in his 3rd year of university, he said, I am never, ever going to be a good painter. Because painting at that point were the most popular type of painting were Impressionism. So that means those are like this type of painting where you paint landscape with really bright and sort of realistic. But his style were more like geometrical shapes and bright colors with harsh lines. So he felt that he would never be a good painter. But like every other artist that I have known, is that they actually have to push beyond what is normal, what everybody else is doing, to develop their own style. And so that's what he did. Now, let's look at this painting. It is called Red Balloon. Now, which you can see is in the middle. But my question to you is, what is behind or beside the balloon? What is in the background? Is it buildings or are they mountains? What do you think? Okay, so what we are going to do, you can see in this picture that we cannot tell whether they are buildings or mountains because whatever the object he was trying to draw has been transformed into different geometrical shapes. So that is what you're going to do this week. You are going to turn a landscape, which is like this one. This is a landscape of Hong Kong with tall buildings, ocean, mountains, and sky. Or a cityscape, which is I have here is a mountain, fences, some grass, a bench, and a tree, and a sky. So we're going to transform these pictures into geometrical shapes. Watch the demonstration video and you are going to create your very own. If you have any question, feel free to email me. Have a great day. For this week's lesson, you are going to need an eraser, a pencil, a ruler, as well as a plain piece of paper. Once you have your paper, I would like you to fold it in half. Oh, and you also need a picture of either a landscape or a cityscape. If you look, I have a picture of a landscape picture. And I'm going to draw from that. So once you have your paper folded, you're going to give yourself some borders. I just used the width of my rulers, which is about 3 centimeters. So it's not exact. As long as each side is equal, you will be fine. Now remember, we are doing some geometrical shapes, so you should be able to label all the shapes that you have created today. So now here's my picture. I'm going to start off with drawing the main thing first. Things that I would say the easiest to draw first. So I'm going to, and not only if it's easy, it also pick something that is able to give you a guide of where everything's going to go. So if you look at my picture, I think the best thing that is going to be a great guide as I draw will be the fence. So I'm going to do this. Now it is a little bit slanted. If you look at my picture, it goes up a little bit like this. There you go. Okay, and then there's also, there is a bench that's going to be right about here. And then there's a tree here. And then some grass and some mountain. So I already sort of visualize what I am going to do and what shape I'm going to be using as I draw. So I'm going to work on the bench. It doesn't have to be exactly the same in a sense that I don't need to draw all the details. See, if you look closely, the bench is actually broken. I'm not going to include that because it's not what I'm focusing on. So the bench has 3 little bars. There you go. There's my bench. Doesn't have to look exactly the same. All right, now I am going to work on the fence. The fence has thick pillar and thin pillars between the thick pillars. So I know there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. I'm not going to do 7. Maybe I'll do 5. But I'm going to emphasize the thick and the thin. And I'm going to give it a cap. So I'm going to erase this part because I'm going to give it a cap. If I look at the details, I'll see, oh, this is like ground and gravel, but I'm going to leave that. Now, when you're using the eraser, boys and girls, don't go and erase everything. Remember, you just erase what you don't need. And before you erase, think about what you are going to erase. Not just randomly erase. And don't erase because you think you don't like it. It's better to start off a new one if you think you don't like it. Otherwise, push through, okay? All right, so I'm just going to erase the part that's extended out a bit too much. Okay, looking at the fence. Okay, the top part is also thicker, so I'm going to make it thicker here. And then there are some bars in between. I'm not going to make them, just going to give them a line. Okay, now, next, I'm going to do the grassy area. So, like this. And between the grassy area, there's some sort of grass that grows in a hump. So I am going to use some triangle to represent that. I'm just looking. Okay, maybe I'll do one here. Now you notice my shape, I don't have to close it all. I don't have to close the triangle. Okay, so there's, maybe I'll do another one here. Maybe some other ones. You see here, there's some kind of upside down triangle. All right, so there's my impression of the grass. Next, I see some buildings. So I'm gonna do some buildings here. You can use your rulers. Sometimes I find when I'm using my ruler, I draw bigger than I need to. All right, so there it is. Next, what's the next big thing? The mountain. Now, the mountain is curvy, but we're going to simplify that into geometrical shapes. Now, I'm also looking at the tree on the right-hand side. Now, I feel like I could do a tree here. Probably would take that away because that will be in the foreground and it will be too busy here. So I'm going to take this away. And I'm going to add my tree. And there it is. My mountain is going to go back. And that is what I am looking for. Remember to sign your name, Mrs. Cam. Now, please keep all your pictures because we are going to be making a print later, and these would be your inspiration as you make your prints and as a guide for you to know what you can do, what you're capable of. So don't throw them away. And here it is. There's my landscape. So I cannot wait to see what you come up with. You can do a landscape, which is outdoor nature scene, or cityscape, which is mostly buildings, Ferris wheel. You can draw from pictures that you already have, or you can look through your books. Sometimes there might be a picture that will be an inspiration for you. So that's it for today. Have a great day. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Have a great day.